Cracker Barrel is now telling millions of customers.
We'll do the Adam Friedland one after this, okay? Don't worry. I can't do it. I can't do it to myself. I can't do it to you guys. Let's talk about Cracker Barrel. Why are you scared of the truth? No, I'm scared of what I'm going to say. Every time I watch Satan Yahoo on camera, I get into an uncontrollable bout of rage, and I'm worried I'm going to say something that's going to get me banned. It's also unproductive because he is just as arrogant as every other Israeli envoy. Anyway.
Forget about it. The restaurant chain says that it's scrapping the new logo and sticking with the old one. They are crying uncle. That follows severe backlash on social media, including criticism from President Trump himself. Nicole Valdez is outside a Cracker Barrel near Nashville, Tennessee. Nicole, good morning.
Tony, good morning. The 55-year-old Tennessee-based company is now reversing course just a week after they plan to adopt a new logo. It all happened so fast, they didn't even have time to change all the signs on all of their restaurants. But customers are all for this reversal, shares jumping 7% by last night.
Here at the Cracker Barrel,
a familiar face is here to stay at Cracker Barrel. The restaurant chain now says it will keep its old-time logo with that iconic barrel and image of Uncle Herschel.
Cracker Barrel's all about more.
It comes nearly a week after the country restaurant introduced a new, simplified logo with only the words Cracker Barrel. The move angered customers.
Now we have this minimalist logo down here that just looks so tacky.
Sunk the company's market value by nearly $100 million. Upset conservative commentators.
Cracker Barrel launches their woke rebrand and the stock craters.
Bro, this is so funny because they're running the same exact route that Gamergate losers do. When like a video game company makes a decision that's idiotic and puts out like a shitty product because they want to make more money, just like Cracker Barrel made this rebrand, not because they want to be woke, obviously. If you have any fucking active brain cells, you don't believe that. They did this because they want it to be bland, minimalist, easier to sell the fucking property whenever they choose to do so, but also by their own admission, they wanted to revamp the brand so that like younger people went there, right? I think it's a stupid decision regardless. I don't necessarily care one way or another, but it wasn't because of woke. It was because of the profit incentives. They thought that this would be a better endeavor for them. Okay? But just like the Gamergate Andes, these guys literally will always say, "Oh, this is just woke." Companies make these sorts of decisions for profit. Republicans automatically and gamers automatically assume, oh, it's because of woke that they changed this thing. They cry woke. Sometimes those decisions are stupid, so the woke narrative sticks. Other times those decisions are good and the final product is good, so they just move on to the next thing. That's what gamers do, and now that's what Benny Johnson is doing. It is exactly the same shit that we have seen on our little corner of the internet for years at this point. What's his name? Grums, that fucking weirdo. That weird fucking loser that constantly says like this game is woke, that game is woke, and then when the game actually bombs, they're like, oh, it bombed because it was woke. The game was never woke. And when the game actually succeeds, then oh, the game actually succeeded because it wasn't woke. The reasons why they do this is because people are so fucking stupid that they're tuned into this frequency. That's it. Like, this kind of shit actually makes people pay attention. They would rather do this than, I don't know, realize that Donald Trump is destroying their lives and livelihood and the future of this country.
And President Trump, who called the rebrand a mistake on Tuesday. Later that day, Cracker Barrel said, "We thank our guests for sharing your voices. We said we would listen, and we have. Our new logo is going away, and our old-timer will remain." It's not the first time President Trump has exerted his influence over a business. Last month, Coca-Cola said it would roll out Coke with cane sugar this fall after the president said he pushed the beverage giant to do so.
Sydney Sweeney has very keen.
You see what I did there, right?
And American Eagle stock prices jumped more than 23% after President Trump praised the company's controversial ad featuring Sydney Sweeney.
If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic.
As for Cracker Barrel, the president also congratulated them on keeping their original logo, saying, "Make your customers happy again."
Now, the rebrand was Cracker Barrel's attempt to freshen things up and modernize after years of slow growth. And while sales have been positive so far this year, the company does say that their gift shop sales could suffer in the wake of $5 million because of tariffs. Tony?
Nicole, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Money Watch correspondent Kelly O'Grady is here with more. Kelly, what happened here?
Well, this is a classic example of a company saying, hey, we are not doing well. We probably did some market research. Let's go change that logo. And it's a lack of understanding of who your customer is. Because the logo isn't just a logo. It's emblematic of the brand and the experience, the country store that people love, that home, comfort food. And so they, I think, said, look, let's not go the same route that some of these high-profile missteps that have gone, like Bud Light, like Target. Let's make the change quickly and say, hey, we hear you, and we're good.
High-profile missteps like Bud Light and Target is just like the high-profile misstep from Bud Light was that they sent one can of Bud Light to one singular trans person. That's not a high-profile mishap. That's just collective hysteria where the people of America are just captive and corporations are captive to the whims of some of the worst schizo motherfuckers out there.
Don't you think they should get, or should they get credit for, or kudos for listening to the customers and changing it back? Because they hadn't even had time to take the old one down and put the new one up.
Absolutely. This is an example of let's test and learn. It didn't work. Let's not lean in. And let's also listen to our shareholders, because remember, the stock price took a hit and it's back up. And you can tell, look, at the end of the day, it's a company that needs to make money and they need to serve their existing customers.
Somebody within Cracker Barrel is writing some apology emails, though. Hey, you were right. I'm sorry about the logo.
You're right. I should have bought some stock on the dip. I didn't know that Uncle Herschel was coming back.
I had no idea.
Kelly, thank you so much. We appreciate you.